What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 video. In this one, I want to talk about Diamond Dynasty, in specific what we should be looking for tomorrow with the Diamond Dynasty live stream that is going to be taking place at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and then noon Central. That's when the stream's going to happen, so make sure to tune in. Once again, if you guys are connected with your Twitch account, with your PlayStation account, you will get those free packs in MLB The Show 20. I'll have a link up in the top right hand corner talking about that one, and also I will have my own video breaking down the new stuff that we are going to see tomorrow as far as content for Diamond Dynasty goes. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet. On the road to 20,000 before MLB The Show drops on March 13th. I still think it's a very realistic goal, and I'm super excited for the new game. With that being said, make sure to leave a like down below before we get into this one, and let's start talking about my first thing that I'm very excited to hear them mention, and that's going to be the replacement more so of the Signature Series card. It is not officially not going to be an MLB The Show 20, but I have a very low percent chance of thinking it is going to be. Of course, you guys know in MLB The Show 18 we have the Immortal card, which were very controversial. I think the main problem with it was that they were just the best card in the game and people didn't like how you obtained them. And then the signature cards came in, they were very Immortal like. If you look at the statistics, they weren't a whole lot different. There were still cards very good. If you think about Willie Mays, he had maxed out hitting nearly, you know, like top tier contact power, vision, speed, defense, arm strength, everything you could want. So they were still the same style, they were just a different art style, and they obviously were accumulated differently, and a lot of people really seemed to like the signature cards, and they didn't like the Immortal cards, even though they were kind of the same way, except for those two different things. I would assume what's going to happen is it's going to be the same trend for MLB The Show 20. It's going to be very similar in statistics, they're going to be very good, they're going to have a different art style, however, and I would imagine you're going to attain them pretty similarly. If you missed my video from yesterday, we did see that the inning programs are going to be coming back alongside the XP reward path, which I'll talk a little bit more in this video later on. But those are coming back, so it looks like that's going to be another avenue of where we're going to get these new cards that are theoretically going to be replacing the Signature Series cards. So, you know, usually the way that these go, the Immortal card looked at the top tier of their statistics at their whole career. So they took their best contact and power years and their best speed years. Signature Series looked at your three-year best, and then the averages throughout your career, and that's how they formulated the card. I'd assume they're going to do it like that, just different art and a little bit differently of how you obtain them. Evolution cards, not going to spend all that much time talking about this because I dedicated a whole video talking about it yesterday, but if you did miss that one, once again, we did see within an IGN video on the March to October video that they had on their YouTube channel that an after game reward was a evolution card, talking about, of course, you know, you take a card that is probably going to be a gold and you make it a diamond, and the way you're going to do that is by completing different statistical missions or either from a moment. Now, I assume it's probably going to be more so along the lines of a moment or a separate program, being the fact that they've really went away from those statistical missions, other than the fact for, you know, Conquest, that's kind of been a thing where you just play versus the computer, or, you know, there's still statistical missions as far as getting program stars, but I think it'll probably be a moment or something within an inning program, because we talked in yesterday's video about how do you get this card, because they were at 8 program stars and level 10 bronze in the XP reward path. My bet's going to be either in the program or on the XP reward path is where you're going to find these. Some people have suggested that this might be replacing those 30 team diamonds that we saw last year, that some people called the pre-order diamonds, the one each team had them. I think that's a very possible thing where each team could get a evolution card that starts out at a gold and goes to a diamond, and you can really really have something to grind for, you know, because I talked about it yesterday. Sometimes I had the moments done, sometimes I had all the programs done, and there's nothing for me to grind for. Evolution cards should be another level of things that you can do. And in the comment section, I would love to hear, this is a question I posed yesterday. I'm getting sick of talking about yesterday's video, but would you guys like it if it was completely black and white, where you just take an 80 overall fixed statistics and go to a 90 overall fixed statistics? Or would you like to shape the card a bit? For example, if you want to give David Ortiz a little bit more contact than he would usually have instead of some of the power, you could do that. Is that something you'd be up to? Let me know in the comment section down below. Team affinities is another big one. Of course, we do know this is coming back. They mentioned it in the March to October live stream, and they showed us team affinities are still there, and they said they would be showing some of the rewards on Saturday. So they're not going to show all of them, but what I am hoping for is better rewards. I think that's the biggest thing for me, because don't get me wrong, they were good. The 87 Jay Buhner, the Trey Turner, the Jose Reyes, the Raleigh Fingers, there was some legit pretty good cards there. The problem, they were only pretty good cards for a couple months, and then by that time we had enough Signature Series cards to completely make these cards kind of useless. If you had, even by that time, a little bit of stubs, Signature cards didn't really go for all that much. You could pretty much afford them, and these cards aren't sellable or anything. Of course, March to October isn't the avenue a lot of people went. I think most people use the team affinity method that I had kind of put out there, where you would grind for a little bit, like 2-3 games you'd play, and then you do the exchange missions, with which I thought was a lot more efficient. It took a lot less time, so I think that's the best way to go about it. If you can just make these cards more competitive, even if it means doing a bit more grinding, it's a bit more difficult to get that reward, I think it'd be pretty good. And something else that I wanted last year, but they never did it, is I would love to see if you have a collection for these team affinities. Give us a reward for completing all the American League East team affinities. Do one for the Central, the West, do one for all the American, all the National, and then one for all the team affinities. It's just something else that you can do. And I think a lot of people just cherry picked which team affinities they wanted to do. So this will be a way to get March to October, get more plays, and also for people to do these team affinities. So I think it would be great, and I really hope they think about that for MLB The Show 20. The XP reward path and collection rewards is something I want to talk about a little bit. Of course, they usually give us some pretty good hints. I remember last year, you know, the XP reward path is brand new, which I'm very happy it's coming back. I think it's much big improvement as far as the ticket counter to the XP reward path goes. But they showed us the 599 overall signature cards. That was Joe Morgan, Brooks Robinson, Frank Thomas, Duke Schneider, and the other one. I don't remember who. You know who I'm talking about. The 5 guys right there. I think they'll probably do something similar. I think a lot of people really like the XP reward path how it was. So they'll probably give us some of the really big guys within the XP reward path, and then as well the collections. They'll probably show us a couple of them, and I really hope that they keep it the same way of how it was last year, where if you lock in a card at one point, it's going to give you that progress for the entire time within your collection. So that made it, if you had, let's say, 35 people of the 40-person collection done, you could quick sell all of them after you lock them in, and you still have 35 out of 40, and you just have to get the other 5. It makes collections cheaper, which I think is a very good thing, because you want them to be obtainable, especially at the end of the year when there's a bunch of other competitive cards. So I really hope they keep collections the same, and like I said, once again, I really hope they add in the team affinity collection, do something with that. And yeah, I think they're going to show us some really good cards, and once again, that's going to coincide with what's most likely going to be replacing the signature series card, and they're probably going to show us some new legends on there as well. Brand new showdown game mode coming into Diamond Dynasty. I know on Twitter they talked about it a little bit. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to give you guys a full breakdown. I do believe it'll probably be its own video that I'm gonna do, because I want to wait and hear the reward structure that they're gonna have. But basically it is going to be pretty fun. You know what we know of now, it's gonna be a lot like a battle royale except versus the computer. It's gonna be a great way for you to try out some of the best cards in the game without having to do it online, and I I believe you will have to spend stubs on this. I don't think we know that for sure, but the Battle Royale entry is 1,500. I would imagine if this is something similar and you're still guaranteed that pack, it's not a big deal. 1,500 stubs, you don't really have to scrounge too deep in the pockets. Hopefully, I don't think that's too much to ask for. But yeah, I'm really excited to hear what the rewards are going to be. And also, I want to stem this into the other online game modes. Let's talk about Battle Royale. I really hope they fix the reward structure. I was watching one of Koog's videos talking about stuff MLB The Show 20 needs to do right. He mentioned the 9-game reward. It is always changed usually. I believe in MLB 18 and 19, it went from a gold 9-win reward, and then sometime in the summer, they changed it to a diamond. It should be a diamond right away. He had a perfect point where 9 wins is not easy to come by. Hell, it's not easy for me to do. I've only done it a handful of times. And you get a card that goes for a couple thousand stubs, you know, 1,000, 2,000 if you're lucky to get a pretty good gold pull that might have some investment opportunities in the future. It should be a diamond, like I said. 12 wins and the flawless should be really good rewards. They should be very much better than 9 wins because it's that much more difficult. You face a lot better competition as you work on and progress in the Battle Royale structure, but you still have to give something for the time commitment that you put in for the 9 wins, and it's still quite a feat. It is not easy by any stretch of the imagination, so hopefully it is a diamond day 1. And then overall, just show us some of the World Series and Battle Royale rewards. This is something they did for the first time, I believe, last year, where they showed us the first guys that were going to be World Series rewards and the first guys that were going to be Battle Royale flawless rewards. We're probably going to see that again. Hopefully we see some new legends. They put a lot of new legends within those tiers at the beginning of the game, and hopefully they build upon it. You know, there's a lot of guys like Don Mattingly that we never saw a better card of, which was kind of unfortunate. Hopefully they just do a better job of making those cards obtainable. My opinion was, I think they should put those cards, the first World Series and Battle Royale flawless guys, in regular packs. They don't have to be, you know, very great odds to get them, but anything to drive the price down. Hell, I remember 96 signature Michael Young, which you can make a point where these cards should be rare. He's a 96 and he's one of the most expensive cards in the game because nobody at this point is picking a 96 over, you know, the Jimmy Fox. So hopefully that is fixed, and hopefully we just see a really good rundown on the rewards. And that's gonna about do it for this video. There's other stuff too, new legends. If you don't know, all the MLB The Show partners are coming out with videos or are some way announcing a new legend today. I've been seeing some of them so far. However, I'm not gonna do a separate video talking about them because I want them to, you know, they're revealing the legends. Go and check them out. So some of them that have already been revealed, I'll leave links down below in the description. I know Shelfie's put one out. Atron, a new MLB partner, congratulations to him. I'm gonna leave those links down in the description if you guys want to check them out. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are most excited for to hear in tomorrow's stream on Diamond Dynasty. As I mentioned, once again, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern, and then noon Central. The stream's gonna be, and I'll have a video out shortly after talking about content in the new Showdown game mode. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. There goes Mzowdy. Yeet.
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die's an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory.